All right, here we go. Episode. I don't even know what the fuck episode. We're gonna have to look. It might be 59, might be 60. I'm Patrick alongside Val, also Shaggy, and we have Henny Omega on the show. I'm high as fuck. We got shit to talk about. I know we've been gone for a little bit, but we all been busy with our lives and not being virgins. We out there getting laid and getting paid, okay?
Or going to Disney, whatever.
That's a damn shame. Damn shame.
So,
I say this like I will not try to be in line in August when that fucking Star Wars thing opens up.
I'd
be giddy as a bitch. I'm not even on front. Like
before you logged on, before you signed on and joined the party, I was telling Patrick, he was like, hey, just touching base, like, because we haven't talked in a couple days, and we normally talk like every other day. Mm-hmm. And he's like, how's things going? I've been watching you, of course, because I put a million different things on my Instagram. And I was like, just so you know, I already booked another trip to Disney World. And I'm going to Disneyland in between, because this is what you do when you're 40, bro.
You 40?
Yeah.
40?
Like, it's just wild to think that Val's 40 because she doesn't look a day older.
Hey, man. Val don't crack.
No, Val don't crack. No, dear. I may break, but I don't crack.
That's crazy.
So, yeah. So everybody been having a good week. We were off for 2-3 weeks, a little mini summer break, impromptu, but I think it worked out really well for all of us, right?
Hell yeah. I need a good break.
Yeah, that break was fantastic. I dropped my show here recently. Thank you, Pat, for that. And yeah, just kind of dealing with other life outside shit. But wrestling is what keeps me whole. And I'm gonna go and say that. Also the G1. Yeah, so I was waiting for that too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I gotta say, I never felt so good about my life decisions that when I was working, I had no voice because, as Henny Omega, our lovely guest in front of the show for life, saw on Friday, I was ring announcing at the most recent freelance show, and I blew my voice out between the fireworks, the screaming on roller coasters, air conditioning, 107 degrees with 90% humidity, all that craziness. My voice was kind of effed going into Friday, and then I was doing my damn thing on the mic, lost my voice completely. Had zero vocal cords by Saturday. Had to work at nZo Lounge during the day, and then at Flatiron from midnight till 6 a.m. And in the middle of this ruckus, I just happened to look to see if we actually had Access TV at nZo. Mm-hmm. And I just sat there, no voice, no customers in the bar, watching the G1 on Saturday afternoon, and it was great. And then when people did come in, I was like, hey guys, I have no voice, but I have wrestling on. What do you say? And they were all into it. So
that's surprising. I'm glad that people at nZo were like there and watching wrestling.
There's a contingent that's like we're slowly integrating.
I've been working with the owners of nZo to try to get it so that we can start airing pay-per-views for every promotion out there. Just because a lot of people that I guess DM the nZo Twitter say, hey, is Val working during this pay-per-view, or will Val be showing this, or will anybody be showing this?
Mm-hmm.
Can I, it's not even that. It's at Neckbeard's like dark places. And so nZo is kind of like a dive bar, plus Malort hides the musty smell because
Yeah.
Really? It's like another burning sensation.
Well, yeah, that's why it hides the musty smell, because it burns all your taste buds and your nose hairs, and you don't smell anything except for Victory. So,
Victory.
You guys are clowning Malort, and like I can honestly say that shit grows on you. It's not.
It does.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like every time I've had Malort, it's because of Val. I've had the coffee Malort,
and it gets progressively better. And like,
yes,
I don't know why.
As a Floridian here who just like visits Chicago on a random whim, Malort is the devil, and I don't say that often because like I
it was made by the Swedes, so I mean,
Yeah, okay. You know what? Once again, Val, don't on me with facts.
I feel like Malort. It's a debate between Malort and Skull. What's worse? I have to think about that.
Jesus fuck! Are you talking about like
had that conversation?
Like wino Skull?
They make
dipping.
They make Skull wine? No, Skull vodka.
Yeah,
Skull vodka.
The shit that comes in a plastic bottle.
All
Oh yeah,
right.
that shit's nasty too. But I'm gonna say I thought you were talking about like chewing tobacco, and I was like,
Oh
nah,
God,
dude.
Who
no,
would
no,
do that? That's some
respectfully.
heathen
Ugh.
shit.
Oh, tell me about it. I fucking kicked some dude to the curb because he was like, we were hanging out, doing our thing, whatever. And I was like, dude, I can't get with a dude that's going to be chewing tobacco. I know I'm white trash, but that doesn't mean I want to be smooching on trash. So, no.
Bro, that's
Dipping
And
and chewing is like the grossest fucking thing. I went to college with so many
2000%.
people.
that
I
is
went to Western, and there's so many people that are from the fucking countryside, Southern Illinois, trash, and they all
Yeah.
dip and chew and
I
see that's
legit, I legit kicked him to the curb. We were in Boston
spitting
for the
everywhere. It's the grossest thing.
the
yeah.
Rest in peace,
Cubs
Tony Gwynn.
Red Sox series, and we were there, and we went to 2 games together. And that third game, I went by myself,
Didn't
and I
bring me
met up
back,
with some friends, and I met a new guy, and it was perfect.
and you didn't bring me back a fucking sleeveless shirt, Val. What are we?
Oh, this was before our time, my
What is
love.
that?
Okay, that's you know what? That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair. I feel better about that because I would have felt heartbroken. I'm like, you what?
Man.
So, it sounds like everybody's doing good. Did you guys, by any chance, go through a box of Kleenex last night like I did, watching the ESPYS?
No.
I
No,
did
because
not
I was
watch the
definitely
ESPYs.
watching the home run derby like a red-blooded American,
What was
Oh,
I doing last night? Oh, I was watching HBO.
or that.
Hey, somebody got a soundboard. Look at you.
Yeah, man.
I forgot. We made some upgrades and now we just play that's racist every time.
yeah, we
I think
got
I'm in the
Shaggy
lead.
and a soundboard. What?
Holy
Um,
moly.
If those are
So-
keeping count at home, I think I'm in the lead with 4,
Yeah. Yeah, man. You put some crazy
which
shit.
is fair because I'm Southern, so that happens.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I feel like maybe I'm alone in this, but well, no, I know I'm not because Tall Dad and I sat and watched it together, and we legit, both of us were just tearing up every 5 minutes. I feel like if you watch the ESPYS and don't cry at least like 5 times, you definitely might be
Between
Donald
the
Trump and
Jimmy
have
V
no
stuff,
soul.
it's impossible to watch the ESPYs and cry. That's kind of why I stay away from it.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
yeah, the Jimmy V award was insane. It was a football
'Cause
coach with
didn't
no arms
Roman-
and no legs.
Oh God, no.
Oh, I
no,
see.
Oh
no.
man.
I
Wait,
saw
was that
Roman give an award
beautiful.
to Bill Russell, I think. Was it
Yep.
Bill Russell?
Bill Russell
Mhm.
old ass.
Right, like that's the weirdest. Like, yeah, Roman Reigns, this beautiful 30-year-old Samoan man, is gonna give an award to this 80-year-old decaying. Sorry, Bill Russell. It is what it is.
That's fucked.
Black
Well-
dude. Like,
well- Now, I mean, Roman Reigns also presented the ESPYS Best Coach Award to Jim Calhoun, and
that's right.
it was interesting because, he went from coaching college to now high school because Jim Calhoun
He was
had
still in high school. That's wild.
Yeah,
Alzheimer's, I think.
he cancer. He battled cancer.
Oh.
So I thought it was interesting that they selected Roman Reigns to present the award to Jim Calhoun. And then later on in the night, for the falsest, most beautiful yet false award ever, the ESPYS first ever Best WWE Moment Award, because that's weird, I think. They gave it to Roman Reigns for his comeback after his second battle with leukemia. So, I mean, he was not only a presenter to a coach who is battling cancer, but he also won because he battled cancer. So again, if you really, really want to prove that you have no soul, I dare you to watch the ESPYs without crying. I mean, I feel like maybe Donald Trump and Nazis are the only, well, the same thing. But, I mean, like,
Val, I got a question though. I'm sorry to cut you off.
wait, because I'm Jewish? No,
No.
I'm just kidding.
What? No, you cut that out right now. I'm not. No, that's unfair. That is not. No,
Anti-Semitic?
no, that ain't fair. Pat. We're not counting that one. We're not counting that one. She set me up. That's not what we're doing. Anyway,
Swish, fish.
Anyway.
What are you asking, love?
so I didn't see the awards. Did they? So did they? He presented one, sat down, and then presented another one after a few other awards, or were they kind of like almost back to back? Because I didn't see that.
No, he did the Coach of the Year. That was completely separate from the Best WWE Moment. Like, he was nominated alongside Becky, Ronda Rousey. Words are hard. Ronda Rousey, and I forget what the other moment was because they were stupid.
Kofi.
Yes, Kofi Kingston.
Present that award. Who presented the WWE award?
That part, honestly, I didn't watch.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. I just want to know. I was like, damn, they had them present.
I know
too.
they announced it before the show even started, so that might have been like that might have been like when the Grammys come on and they give away like best classical album because
technical direction.
Yeah. Right. I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at Roman Reigns winning. You know, I did want Kofi to win. I thought that would have been a good moment, you know, to have in ESPN history or whatever. But I'm not mad at the big dog winning the award.
I mean, real talk, the man legitimately came back from cancer and do that. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? Yeah,
bro,
go ahead.
They're not gonna on Jimmy V Day every year. That day is Jimmy V Day. They're not gonna give the best WWE moment on Jimmy V Day.
Especially,
no offense, because I love Kofi. Yeah, I just knew he wasn't gonna win that. It was either gonna be Roman or Ronda because people know Ronda and they probably would, vote.
Yeah, but if Ronda would have won, I'd like a little bit of outrage at that point because I'm like, dude, you got Roman Reigns right there.
Right.
Come on, bro. Like if Kofi would have won, I'm like, Roman should have won a little bit, but I'll take Kofi.
But I'm happy. Yeah.
I'll take Kofi.
Yeah, so turns out it was Reigns was congratulated during the red carpet special by Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, Stephanie McMahon, and Paul Levesque. So it again was prior to the show. That's why I was like, I don't even know who did it because I just watched him give out the best coach award to Jim Calhoun, who's like, he's in the Basketball Hall of Fame. He coached the Huskies, Connecticut Huskies, to like 3 different national championships. I mean, he had cancer and now he's like doing high school basketball. I mean, it was really great. And I got to say, Tracy Morgan killed as the host. Like, I thought he was awesome.
Figured so. Yo, I want to ask, did y'all see, like Val, you said beforehand, Becky and Seth were being interviewed on the red carpet by the ESPN folk, like Diana.
No, but I saw your comment.
Bro, so like they started asking them about like what is it like to date another champion, and they're giving the cringeworthy answers because everything about this being publicized now is just so cringe. And one of them asked was like, "Is there any other champions?" And Becky's face when she said that, when the reporter said that, was just like, "You better not mention Bayley. I swear to God, if you mention Bayley, I'm slapping the fuck out of you." It was awkward. It was so awkward, and
I'm over Seth and Becky, man. I think it's a work. I still think it's a work.
What you're saying is you are not going to be lining up, waiting, ready to hit send for the worst merch I have ever laid my eyes upon on WWEshop.com. And that is coming from me, y'all. Can we talk about this for a second? When I say merch is bad, shit is bad. If it's so bad, even I don't want to buy it as a joke for one of my work spouses. Like, that's bad.
Let's say this.
First of all, I don't know what shirt you're talking about. I do not know what shirt you're talking about.
The man's man.
The man's man shirt.
To be honest with you, I thought you were talking about the Taker Roman double T.
Hold on, wait. They got a t-shirt too?
Yeah, they got a t-shirt. That t-shirt is actually not terrible, but it's still bad.
Patrick, I just want to bash my face open with a bottle of Hennessy right now. Like, that's what's up.
Val, I want to say, go ahead.
This is my first time seeing this shirt. I just opened it up on my phone.
Doesn't it make you angry?
Whoever buys this shirt, you definitely don't get any pussy. None at all. You get nothing. You get no tang. You get no punani, nothing. This is the worst shirt besides the APA.
It's going to be a favorite in Central Southern Illinois. Like, I'm going to see that shit at all the Farm Kings, all the Hy-Vees.
Wow.
Like, listen, man. Like, I'm gonna say just one thing on that t-shirt, and then we can go back to Becky. Hire Alexis Littlefoot. Now.
Yes.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna chill on that because I got my reasons. Number 2, I want to Nah, she's the homie. It's all positive. I ain't gonna have her fuck her money up. But number 2, First off, I want to acknowledge growth for our for our young Val here for mentioning that she's even saw a shirt that even she wouldn't buy
Thank you.
because that is a
Yeah.
sign of growth.
I'm trying. It doesn't mean I'm
I
winning.
see.
I bought a China bootleg shirt from China,
And now you just fucked it up. Now see,
but it
That
was
could be worse.
China.
I'm just saying I was trying to congratulate you, and then it was like I can't help my impulses, Shaggy.
But it was China, and it was backwards.
All right, you know what, Val? I got a mission for you. If you can find an APA always pounding ass shirt, I would
On it.
definitely wear that.
I'm on it, Mr. Assman.
I would definitely
Pew,
wear
pew.
that. But yeah, like they need someone else to do their shirts, and that shit is horrible. That shit is horrible. I will continue to wear my fuck Hulkamania shirt wherever I go because
Whoa. I already found something. Always pounding ass bar and grill.
yes, that's the shirt.
Jesus fuck.
Please
All right,
tell me
I'm gonna
it's in
find
Las
this. I'm gonna
Vegas.
buy it for you.
That'll be my new workout shirt.
Pat, you only have yourself to blame for this.
Also, before we move on from like me growing as a human being, or at least trying, I'm really worried about what my Google search is gonna lead to, and like with all the fucking like Skynet is watching bullshit. I'm really terrified that now I'm just gonna get a lot of ass pounding videos sent to me.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I think
Hey, Val, if that's
Ain't
your
nothing wrong with
kink,
that.
nobody judges you. We all have our things.
No,
But,
I mean,
like
no.
it's no different from what Ricochet likes. So you know,
Hey,
live your truth.
No, I didn't mean to do that.
Whoa, wait a minute. What is
I meant to do that.
What is happening? Oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't
We
know
got a
what's
whole
happening.
other definition of booty-os, oops.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Oh my god, Patrick, will you wear a size large? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll wear a large.
an extra
Oh my
large. Pat, you done drop the cream of wheat.
No, I just a
Never.
cream of wheat before we got on the show.
I'm just saying,
But I
bro.
did lose 7 pounds though. So
Patrick, did you notice that GIF, whatever the fuck, is actually cream of wheat dancing with some bread? Because you said you had a good year this year, and I was like, making that bread, buying that cream of wheat.
Val is the whitest person that I know, so I'm gonna let her get away with this type of stuff. I'm gonna let her get away with this type of stuff.
How am I the whitest person you know?
And I like open, bro. I don't even know how that even works.
Yeah, you're the only female I've seen that's opened a can of beer with her mouth.
Yeah, that doesn't make me white. That makes me white trash. There's a difference, baby. Anyway, so I don't feel like it's a bad thing that I do that I display my, not so hidden talents. I think it's okay.
Oh, no, you got talents.
Yeah, it's like, if you watch me long enough, you're going to see some fantastic things happen. I don't know.
Wait. We talking pry-off bottle? We're talking can. Okay, that's impressive. Continue.
No problem. And I could pour 4 beers at a time. I feel good about these things. But so anyway, back to the wrestling talk. We can talk beer talk later. Did you guys watch SmackDown Live? It was actually fairly decent. Raw was garbage. Raw was utter trash to the point where I had to text Pat and be like, "Did you watch Raw?" And we were both like, "Yeah, it was garbage."
One that actually kind of liked Raw, but then again, I don't watch Raw on a regular basis, so I guess that disqualifies me.
Yeah, I didn't think Raw was that bad. Like,
thank you.
I mean,
I don't know.
Okay, you're gonna have weeks in between where shows are just there. It's not special. And like,
well, yeah, I think it was definitely one of those where there was nothing like super awesome about it. It was, for me, honestly, I was like unpacking my stuff from my trip and kind of having one eye on it and one eye sleeping. Like, I really was not into it. But SmackDown was cool.
Them episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer where just like ain't shit going on, but you gotta progress the story. Not really all that good, but like that was what that Raw was.
Or for our super nerds, anime filler.
Look.
Oh yeah, no, it's just like a whole 5 episodes of Dragon Ball Z.
Of nothing.
Look, I'm gonna put it like this. I thought it was a decent show until Cedric Alexander was the guy unmasked. Now, if that was Leo Rush, I would have been like, yeah, that would have been a great Raw. If that was
Wait,
Leo
why Leo and not Ced? I'm not understanding.
Well, I think because it would have been a surprise because with everyone, all these dirt sheets and all these dick riders at Pro Wrestling Mag or whatever, talking all this shit about Leo Rush, it would have been kind of cool for him to be in the spotlight, kind of like that was like a main event kind of thing. Taking nothing away from Cedric because I think he's super dope, but we've seen him for like the last like 4 weeks doing the floss chasing fucking R-Truth for the 24/7 title.
That's the only way he's been getting on TV. If you look at his
Yeah.
Twitter, he's been trying to get on something to wrestle since he's been on there. He's even jokingly sit there and said, "Hey, I guess I'm the main event champion on main event because that's the only thing he's been on." He's been like, and that's from him being cruiserweight champion to nothing. That's why I wasn't mad. I was actually like happy that I get to see him like, oh, that's Cedric Alexander. I didn't even watch the match. I just saw him unmasked. I'm like, hey, that's one way to do it. Just now you can get on main event. So now they know it's you. So they know you exist. That's dope. I mean, that's the only takeaway from it. Like, I didn't call it a bad thing because
but again, one moment of joy and like, hell yeah, dude, does not make for an entire 3-hour show. You know what I mean? Like, I also agreed. I was like, there's no way it's going to be like when, Kurt Angle is El Conquistador. Yeah, it's got to be somebody that knows how to work. It's not just going to be some jobber. It's not going to be, the garbage man or whatever. By the way, on eBay, if you search always pounding ass, the very first thing that comes up is a pocket pussy and then a pound puppy. I just want you to know.
Well, I guess I only if they got a combo where I can get both of those together.
That's what I'm saying. Anyway, but I mean, I thought it was cool. I also, to get back to SmackDown Live, everybody's like, was that Kevin Owens' pipe bomb? Was that a total work or was that a shoot? Nobody knows. I'm like, I think it was pretty much a work. Like, he wasn't wrong.
Yes, all of it.
Yeah, he wasn't wrong. And maybe there were some things that he went off the range on. But one of the things he said was like Cedric Alexander and like mentioned him. So I think it's, he mentioned Liv Tyler. He mentioned Asuka. Like, it's cool. Or Liv Morgan. I'm sorry. Liv Tyler. I was like, geesh.
I mean, Armageddon was dope.
Yeah. Bruce Willis. Hello. But yeah, I mean, so that was one, I think in comparison, and I shouldn't be comparing the firstborn child to my favorite child. You know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't be doing that, but I just like, I thought SmackDown was much better of the two. And one of the reasons why, and y'all know I'm not a big fan of him as a wrestler. I was a fan of Kevin Owens, not a big fan of. I love him on the mic though. And when he just went off and he just kept finding all those microphones throughout the venue, it was perfect. Grabbing my baby Byron Saxton's headphone, like it was perfect. And then I also really loved that there was like the Firefly Funhouse little Easter eggy things all throughout, and they've been sprinkling them every week. Have you guys been noticing that?
Yep, and now they are They're starting to be. I think that's the announcing crew is starting to be like. Everyone's like, "Wait, what was that?" They're starting to realize stuff in the background. Like, what is that in the back? And they're kind of like, I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, dude, I just saw something. They're starting to be like aware.
Yeah, like Skynet.
I guess my biggest takeaway from SmackDown Live is y'all know how I feel about my boy Aleister Black.
That was good too.
I was Dirt Sheets were right on this one. They said Cesaro was going to be the person he was going up against because a lot of people were thinking it was going to be Bray. I'm thinking, God, it wasn't Bray because you don't need to bury one or whatever. I mean, they're probably going to get buried, but I'm like, you just debuting this dude. Why would you take two debuting dudes and put them against each other? That is, but that being said, that match has every little point of being match of the night because both of those dudes can work. And Cesaro, when he goes up against somebody new, has been undefeated with that. Think about it.
I guess like for me, it's like it wasn't the shock surprise that I would have wanted.
That's fair.
Because like, okay, if there's gonna be somebody that finally knocks on Aleister Black's door after all this time, I would like to be stunned by the person that is walking through that door. And Bray didn't even come to mind. I was thinking it was gonna be Orton.
I thought Orton too.
If anybody's gonna eat an L to Aleister Black and like not lose anything and make Aleister Black look good, it will be ready. But like with Cesaro, now it's just like, okay, they're gonna have a great match. I know that. But Cesaro's probably gonna lose again after months of trying to, build him back up, beating Ricochet in some matches, da da da. Now I gotta watch him lose to Aleister Black, and the match is gonna be really good. Like, I don't know. I'm not hot over it.
So
I think the match is gonna be great, but I'm not hot over it.
I say, so I'll take what you just said and I'll look at it because I feel where you're coming from here, because that's like they went with the safe pick.
Yeah. I feel like you're 100% accurate there, that they kind of can't go wrong.
Yeah, they went like, we're going to give them a really good match, but we're going to get with somebody that we won't, like somebody who doesn't mind, who is not really going to walk on. Now, granted, Cesaro's also like, even though I was going to try to counter you and say, well, he could also lose. He can also like Aleister Black could win via DQ or something like that. But I haven't even seen Cesaro cheat in even in his tag matches. I haven't seen him cheat, get away with it or anything like that. So he's probably going to lose clean. But if he does something to where, like I would love a feud of this. Like if he beats, if Aleister beats him clean, I would like Cesaro to go like he goes to like acknowledge him or shake his hand, and Cesaro just knocks him out or something like that. And it's like we got money here because now they're gonna trade losses and stuff because Aleister already did it. Wait, has Aleister lost on like as a singles wrestler?
Singles match, I don't believe so.
Not on the main card, right?
They really protected them, him and Ricochet when they were together as a tag, and then he hasn't wrestled. I don't think since the brand split. So.
And Heyman is the one that's backing Aleister a lot. So I know
big time.
I know Bischoff is gonna want to listen to that too. So I don't know if they're gonna want to have him lose like that. But like I said, I'm all for if they turn this into like a little makeshift rivalry for the next couple of like weeks, probably another month. Like for a month, you do this right here, and then they kind of do that because you're not just gonna build it up to not. You do all this saying knock on my door, and he's like, I'm the one who knocks, and I'm like, yo, this could be like really good, and it's not. And I can sit here and honestly say this is not going to be bad. This is going to be good. It could be good or really fucking good.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be one of the better matches at Extreme Rules. Ain't that what's coming up? Extreme Rules.
That's going to be happening this Sunday night. It's a WWE pay-per-view. There's a ton of wrestling happening this weekend, which I, for one, am very, very excited to mark out over. I know Shaggy will be on hand for a really rad event on Saturday.
Yep.
Fight for the Fallen with AEW, and right up against that, actually, which this was one of the things I did enjoy about Monday Night Raw. I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, there's an Evolve commercial on USA Network. I was just like, like I rewound it on my DVR like 3 different times and just watched it. And I got a little choked up. It was kind of cool, so Evolve is having their WWE Network show up against Fight for the Fallen. So it's interesting. And then of course, Extreme Rules on Sunday. We had a really rad pay-per-view last weekend, the Impact, what was that, Homecoming? Is that what it was called? Slammiversary. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what it was. No, hey, there's nothing wrong with not knowing what fucking Impact pay-per-view is. We barely see it on TV. Then when they do show it on TV, it's the wrong episode. So
yeah, that's true.
And last Saturday was the first of the G1 in Dallas, and that was okay.
Yeah, the start of G1 Climax. Yeah,
it was so good.
That other than like the fucking 4 to 6 tag matches.
So tired of tag matches.
God damn it! If that's one thing that I love New Japan with all of my heart. You guys know this. Like holy shit, these tag matches. I'm like,
it's a lot.
And none of them are for belts or anything. I understand they're trying to get everybody to say, hey, these are guys since we're only doing block B. Well, since we're only doing block A, here's block B and some tag matches. This is what you're gonna see. Cool. I understand you don't want to do one-on-ones. You can do a fucking triple threat. I don't care. But God
give
damn
something
it,
new.
Holy
that's actually
shit.
A good point. Like, imagine if we got a 3-way dance between or a 4-way dance between four wrestlers that are gonna face off tomorrow in Block B. Something different than the usual tag team matches. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't give a damn about Chase Owens. I don't care to see Chase Owens in a tag team match with whoever he's teaming with in Bullet Club, Jay White or whatever. He don't
True.
need to
Speak on
be
it.
there.
Speak on it. Yep. Don't
He don't
care.
need to be there. So like, put more emphasis on the dudes that are actually in the G1. Give us something new. Give us something fresh. You ain't gotta eliminate tag matches, you know, in total, because like, showing yo need some work.
Yeah, but
But
if they and their tag teams, they're tag teams in the fucking G1, I believe. So you can do that.
yeah, Evil and
That's
Sanada
fine.
Right.
are in the G1.
But god damn it, bro. Don't just say, hey, here's the Bullet Club members against Chaos members for the fucking 4 millionth time.
And it doesn't
Yeah.
even matter. It
God
doesn't matter.
damn
Also,
it.
what was that? The Will Ospreay and Lance Archer match was really decent, but God, I don't care at all for Will Ospreay. He doesn't like
Really?
people are calling him wrestler of the year, and I'm just like it's the same old shit. What is
It's
he
a
doing
lot
I
of
that's
flippy
new
doos. It's
and
a
different?
lot of flippy doos.
have a special place in my heart from Will Ospreay, and that's only because I watched a fuck ton of Progress. Pat
Right.
knows this, and that's
Yeah.
kind of how I got started with that. So I've watched him grow over the course, and I know he was all about flip shit. Now he's kind of done he's literally white lick Ricochet in a sense, to where he's trying to change due to unfortunately unlike Ricochet, he is goes through those injuries, so he had to change some of his style up
I don't even think he has the
to do that.
charisma over Ricochet, to be honest with you.
They both kind of except the funny thing is, I say that he does have a little bit more charisma than Ricochet in a sense, because like even though when he cushes and shit, you can kind of see it behind him, but it's a lot. I'll give him that. But when it comes to cutting promos and stuff, they're kind of equal. But no, I will say that it is more so now becoming an Ospreay fatigue, because right now New Japan's trying to push them as their numero uno gaijin is between him and Jay White, because it's a matter of time where it's gonna get to the point like, oh my god, they're gonna push this dude down our throats.
Speaking of
Like
Jay White,
we're gonna hate him like we
I
hated
couldn't care
Roman from
about a
that
couple
particular
months
time.
ago. I couldn't care less about Jay White a couple months ago, and he's growing on me. Maybe
Yeah,
it's the
Jay White.
beard. I don't know.
It's probably the beard. It's definitely the beard.
Yeah.
I fuck with Jay White.
The beard's a notch.
I'm gonna tell you what fucked me up about Jay White. I like Jay White coming up. His gimmick I was like, okay, but I liked his in-ring wrestling style a little bit. What killed me for him was when Juice Robinson fucking tore him up in a promo, and I'd never
Yep.
seen him differently after that.
I can see that changing somebody, because when Juice Robinson's getting after you,
man, if I could find you that promo and I can get it on YouTube, it was for New Japan's United States Championship. Jay White was the champion at that time. Juice Robinson looked at him and said, like, look, brother, I can roll you up just like you rolled up, just like you got lucky against Omega. I can roll you up, brother. 1, 2, 3, and then you'll just go back to being the weird guy who counts to 5 in the dark.
See,
and it was a whole fucking thing. And I was like, bro, I can't even look at this dude the same no more. But then the Okada matches started to kind of come up, and I'm like, okay, at least that. But you'll always be the dude that counts 5 in the dark, to me.
See, look, I like. We're talking about Will Ospreay, right? No. We're talking about fucking what's his name? Jay White. He's all right. He's cool. He's all right. But I'm not turning on New Japan to watch him or see what the fuck he's talking about or what he's doing. So I don't know.
it's maybe like 3 guys in New Japan right now who I'm turning on.
Since all the white people left, there's like only. I hate. I'm saying though, it's true. Like
I was like, I'm right here. No, I'm just kidding.
Since all of them left, since the popular white folks left New Japan, it's kind of like slim pickings because
Chase Owens.
Yeah. It's like but it's because if you didn't watch New Japan prior to that, like you're not a fan of like Naito, you're not a fan of Tanahashi.
I love Evil.
Like like Evil, any of like
Correction,
Sonata.
5 guys, because I forgot Evil and Sonata are still there. Oh, 7 because of Tama Tonga.
It's a group of them. Hold on, you got fucking my man oh fuck. He scared me. Suzuki.
Okay, 8. I
Oh,
forgot
okay,
about
yeah.
Minoru. I will always tune in for Minoru.
I'm sorry.
Um,
Did you forget Minoru Suzuki? And
He's
I'm
not
I
in
on
had
the
a
this
nice part.
show.
G1, so
I
it's
had a
like he
fucking
wasn't coming to mind.
yeah.
All
He
right,
wasn't because I'm
whatever.
thinking of ones that are actually in the G1 currently that are still like around and they're still young. Also,
Well, he's the opposite of young, but he's also terrifying, and
yeah,
he's
no,
always
he's
still
fucking.
He's
around,
young
even
at
if he's not
heart.
on the show.
When I
I
seen
know
him, you already know how fucking horrified I was when I seen him in New York for wrestle for Mania weekend at Rev Pro. That shit scared the fuck out of me. But also,
Wait, what happened with him at the Rev Pro show?
so it was Rev Pro. It was
Yeah, I know we were there. It was
Suzuki
Minoru and Zack
Gun.
Sabre Jr.
Yeah,
Right.
Suzuki Gun versus Osprey and Tanahashi. No, that
Yeah,
motherfucker, just super intimidating, but a nice dude.
and he really likes snazzy socks.
Damn, hold on, you were in New York and I didn't. That's fucked up, man.
We were
Small
at
world.
that show. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
Yeah,
was
came late as
chilling in the
hell.
back talking to my
so are
boy
we.
Darius Lockhart and just hanging out with a couple other wrestlers in the back just watching, and Shibata was like right behind me. God bless Shibata. Watching the match, and I was kind of like, I want to go talk to him, but I know he's just trying to watch his boy Tanahashi wrestle. That's
Right.
it.
You gotta let him breathe, you know?
Yeah. Speaking of him, speaking of that, you also got Kenta now, which that match.
Oh, yeah.
That match he had was actually really good. My match of the night probably would go to Zack Sabre Jr. and
That's what I was gonna say.
yep,
Also,
Zack Sabre.
I sent you guys a picture of Zack Sabre Jr. with like super long hair, looking all weird, not like Snack
Is this
Sabre Jr.
emo
like he does
Zack
these
Sabre
days.
Jr.?
Oh yeah, in 2010, I like have been
Oh,
sending the boys like pictures this whole show, just because that's who I am and I'm an asshole.
So yeah, it was Zack Sabre Jr. versus Sonata. Yeah, Sonata.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
and
was a
that
great
was
match.
I only watch Sonata a lot for tag matches, which is funny since I just opened on like a quick rant about tag matches. That's the only way I knew him from was from like him being in the tag league and everything else for Los Ingobernables. But that was my first time seeing him in a singles match, and I gotta say I was impressed, like hella
he was
impressed.
very impressive in last year's G1. This is like the summer where I didn't have shit to do, so I woke up at 2, 3 in the morning to watch a G1 every day. Well, actually, I woke up at 4 because that's when the tag matches were off. And he was, I think he finished second or third in his block, but he was really impressive and was kind of showing flashes of what he could be outside of Lij if he were able to branch off. But I mean, like that didn't shock me that he had a hell of a match.
Yeah, it was a really good match with just the transitions. The fact that he was keeping up with Zach and the transitions were fucking dope.
Technical wizardry.
Yes, I will ask y'all this because I didn't think I asked y'all. I know the last time we were on, knowing who you know in these blocks, who do you have coming out of those blocks as the winner? Let's not say Will Ospreay because we kind of know this is probably where that's going eventually. But let's not say that. Let's say who you want to
I'm gonna be
pick.
dead ass with you. I'm gonna need to go look at the blocks. I have no idea who's.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I don't remember them right now.
So I have the blocks.
Oh, thank you, because I was like, I can find it.
No, I got the blocks right here. Let me scroll up. So block A, you have Sonata, Bad Luck Fale, Lance Archer, Will Ospreay, Kenta, Okada, Zack Sabre Jr., Evil, Ibushi, and Tanahashi. In block B, you have Naito, Tomohiro Ishii, Jay White, Jay Cobb, Juice Robinson,
Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, I said Jay Cobb. Jeff Cobb.
Yeah.
My fault. Juice Robinson, Toriano, Shingo,
Takagi.
Yeah. Let's see. Gato, Moxley, and I always forget, but he's in Los Globos too. Taichi? No.
Yeah, Taichi's in it.
Yeah, Taichi.
In Block B?
Taichi. Yeah.
Taichi's in Lij now?
He one of them, like Is it Taichi? I think
Shingo was in there. I know
Yeah,
no,
Shingo
Shingo's
was
in
there.
No,
Yeah.
Shingo,
Shingo,
Naito.
no, that's
everyone's
No,
just
Shingo.
Taichi's in Suzuki
Yes,
again.
Suguchi.
Right.
No. Taichi's there, but that's it. That was the ones that are in block. The mask threw me off. But yeah, no, those are your participants for
So
the
this
block.
dude isn't gonna win a block, but like every year, there's always that one cat who, he gets a lot of points, he gets a lot of wins, is really impressive
hmm
within its blocks.
hmm
Last year, it was Evil. I
Mhm.
think Lance Archer is really gonna impress. He's not the best wrestler. He's
Hmm.
obviously not gonna win.
Not in that
But
block, but yeah, I get what you're saying because that match he had with Osprey was actually pretty damn good.
I can see him getting some upsets. Like he's gonna be Fale. Fale is obviously, just there for
He's the
some
muscle.
DQs. He's there for some DQs.
Yeah.
I just want to
Um,
watch Zack Sabre Jr. forever, so I'm going to say him because I want him to go as far as he can, so I can watch as many matches as I can. But
it would be
Pat, who
nice
you
if
got?
he did.
Shit, I don't know. Anybody
just say
but Moxley.
ZSJ.
ZSJ. Yeah, anybody but Moxley. Anybody but
Moxley's in
Moxley.
block B, bro.
Yeah, he's in block B.
So we're gonna
Patrick's in block weed, though.
Yeah.
So
exactly that motherfucker is that devil's lettuce.
snip, snip.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I think Coda's
I
gonna
don't-
win Block A.
You got Coda coming out of block A.
I got Coda coming out of Block A. And for Block B, I would love to see Jeff Cobb, but it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I
I
was going to say
love
I'm
that
going
shit.
Jeff Cobb because I just feel like there's something about him right now that I think New Japan is really keen on him, and he's got a lot of momentum behind him. And he's so badass, and he's such a wonderful dude. So I'm going to go because I know I'm probably going to be wrong in both Block A and B. And Block B, I say Jeff Cobb, Block A, Zack Sabre Jr. But that's just me being a lady mark, not thinking with my head, just thinking with my heart and all the t-shirts I want to buy. That's what I'm thinking with. So
You're a Cubs fan, so thinking with your heart is what you do.
that's what I do. And
we're
also
all
I only have one Jeff Cobb shirt, but I have like 7 Zack Sabre Jr. shirts.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna say, God damn it! I told myself I'm not gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say this. No, because I really want. My brain,
so
my
okay.
brain is telling me that they're gonna have another Gaijin win, and it's gonna be Osprey.
Right.
And I'm a fucking vomit. But I'm gonna say in block A, my personal favorite, I would love to fucking see Kenta.
Yeah.
In block B though, I would say, I'd say Jeff Cobb.
Well, Jeff Cobb has 2 B's in his last name, so like I think that's meant to be. And ZSJ, block A. Boom, done. Move on. So
I'm going with Coda and I'm going with Moxley. Because
Moxley.
I think Coda's gonna win. And I would rather him beat up Moxley in the final than, Naito. I don't never want to see Ibushi and Naito ever again. I'm good. As long as that means that one of their necks stays on and fused together the right way. I don't want to see it ever again.
See, those are they fight like 2 kid brothers that are actually just going like, yo, don't tell mom, don't tell mom, don't tell mom. Your arm's fine.
Would you say
they fight
it's a super fight?
They fight like, yeah, basically. But they fight like you just mentioned dude. They fight like Shibata and fucking what's his name? Tomohiro Ishii.
Yep.
Just without headbutting each other all the goddamn time. Instead, it's suplexing each other on each other's necks.
Yep. With reckless abandon.
Can we talk about another super fight?
No safety.
Is it okay if we talk about another super fight that's coming up?
Go ahead.
I just want to get a little bit in here about MLW announced that they're doing their first ever pay-per-view event. It's going to be called MLW Saturday Night Super Fight. I know it's not until November, but tickets go on sale this Monday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, July the 15th. And it's going to be MLW's return to Cicero Stadium. It says in Chicago. Can I tell you, Cicero Stadium is in Cicero. And I know this because I played roller derby there for years. But yeah, it's really, really exciting that we're going to have like more wrestling here in Chicago. It's just pretty fucking awesome. We're having a Ring of Honor pay-per-view October 20th. I mean,
There's gonna be a 3-month stretch of just great wrestling in the season.
yeah, dude. We also have the final of the Big Five for
It's so dope
WWE
to
Survivor Series.
Oh, Survivor Series, yeah.
Survivor Series
Yeah,
weekend,
Survivor
NXT
Series, the
obviously.
Takeover, and of course, let's not forget about All Out too. And
All
Warrior
Out.
Wrestling is that weekend.
Oh,
So we have
yeah.
I
All
just
Out on
saw.
Saturday,
Hold on,
Warrior on
So I
Sunday.
saw earlier, like a couple hours ago, GCW is doing an event in Hoffman Estates. It's the night, I think the night before All Out. So
Oh,
but
wow.
Yeah, I
it's
saw
late.
that too.
But it's late, so it'll run likely after AAW show at Logan Square is over. I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to find the flyer right now, but the advertised match: Mance Warner versus Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah, and it's at Grand
What?
Sports Arena in Hoffman Estates. It's going to be interesting. It's at 11 o'clock, and it's called Two Cups Stuffed. It's going to be GCW and Black Label Pro are presenting it. So, like,
Yeah.
two very awesome promotions. Black Label Pro just over the border in Indiana, GCW, primarily based out of the East Coast, but also like to call Chicago land home every now and again. But yeah, it's at the Grand Sports Arena, 2350 Hassel Road, Hoffman Estates, Illinois, 60169. 11 o'clock start time Eastern, so that's 10 o'clock Chicago.
See, I know this is a Chicago bred show, but I will come out and say that I will also say that Chicago is pretty much now this generation's wrestling capital of America. I'm not gonna say the world, but seriously, it's everything runs through Chicago. I actually thought because look, AEW is starting in it's gonna be here in Jacksonville, so that's where their home base is. Cool. I was thinking they were gonna go Chicago, but we got the win down here, only for them to say, yeah, no, we're gonna do all out in Chicago. I'm like, all right, fuck. But at least I got Fight for the Fallen coming Saturday, and looking forward to that.
There was a tweet that happened earlier in the week from Conrad. What the fuck is his last name?
Thompson?
Yes, thank you. And he said, "Is Chicago the new wrestling capital of America? All in last Labor Day. AEW's All Out next month. Impact's Bound for Glory in October. MLW's first pay-per-view in November. WWE's Survivor Series in November, et cetera, et cetera." And that's not even counting like the hotbed of indie wrestling that's going on with, AAW and Freelance Underground and Black Label Pro and Warrior and Kaiju Attacks. Like, there's so many different things going on, like so many various levels of wrestling. It's basically insane that we don't have a WrestleMania here sometime soon. I just know that we don't really have the size of venue that WWE wants, but it's baffling to me that they wouldn't.
I think it's the weather.
Blame the park. No, it's not. Blame the park district.
Or that.
When the park, when they renovated Soldier Field, instead of thinking, hey, we're on the lakefront, we see all these retractable roof stadiums, domes opening up. If we're gonna renovate Soldier Field, a venerable, iconic stadium, why don't we just put a roof over it? No, we're gonna put a fucking spaceship on top of it, and then lower the seating. That's what they decided.
I feel like, honestly, there was something there with the Historical Society, because if I'm not mistaken, Soldier Field's columns, the columnade, are historical landmarks. If I'm not mistaken, I could be totally wrong. And so there was something.
And then when they renovated it, they stripped it of its landmark status.
Okay, yeah, there was something that had to do with that, and that's why they dropped. I call it Spaceship Field. My brother and I call it the mothership because duh. But that's part of the reason why they dropped that shitty structure in the middle of the beautiful columns and the Romanesque and gorgeous architecture that was like one of the gems of the lakefront. Now it's like an eyesore. I think that was why they couldn't do the retractable roof, because I remember I used to date a pilot, and we were flying out of Miggs and over Soldier Field. Chicago used to have 3 airports, Shaggy, and just like Chicago could be Chicago, Mayor Daley, the second Mayor Daley, but our former mayor bulldozed the runways under the cover of darkness because his wife wanted a park on the lakefront. But we were flying out of Miggs, and I remember wanting. Yeah, shit's weird, right?
I honestly thought that Miggs was Northerly Island, but I guess it is Mackie Daly Park.
No. Meigs was Northerly Island, and they originally were going to put a park there, but they realized that there's no way that could
And
be.
so they just moved Magnolia Park up more further north.
Correct. But yeah, she wanted a park, and so that was the initial site for it. But because of the geographical location of where Meigs Field was,
This
there
is
you
how
go.
you know our politics here in the city are trash. Because the mayor's wife just say, "I want a park," and they decide to bulldoze a whole
Like
runway
legit
to build his
under the
wife a
cover of
park.
darkness, like no approval from the city council, nothing. It was just so fucking Chicago. But point being
So
is,
trash.
we were flying over Soldier Field, and I was like, "Can I please just open up this door to this Cessna and drop a penny or something to like fuck up the construction?" And he was like, "Absolutely not. That's not a good idea." But it was like we were talking about it as we're flying, and it was something to do with the historical society would not allow a dome because it would change the structure of Soldier Field too much. And so that was the compromise, and they ended up stripping it anyway. But regardless, I'm hoping that we get another WrestleMania here eventually because
would be a really good venue for WrestleMania, I think.
yeah, I think Wrigley for SummerSlam, but the Cell would be good for Mania. It's just the weather in April is far too unpredictable here because when Asuka and Charlotte were at WrestleMania, it snowed that day, and I didn't go to that Mania in New Orleans because I had to work opening day at Wrigley, but I got snowed out. Now this past Mania, we were in New York, Pierce and I, or Henny and I, excuse me, and okay, cool, Pierce, Henny, yeah, that's what's up. We were in.
The ladies dabble between both, so it's okay.
We were at Mania Week, and I flew home to work the Cubs game, and it was over 75 degrees. So, I mean, there's no way of knowing for WrestleMania in particular, but I'm hoping that we get a SummerSlam or something here. I think Survivor Series being here and having Money in the Bank here recently is like a good sign that they want to make it happen. But yeah, basically Chicago's the be all end all of wrestling now, and it's surreal. Like it's like an honor.
It's awesome, just like being, obviously being from here, and I didn't really get into the indie scene until last year, and then I got exposed to just this whole, new world of wrestling, and like the fact that, fans here are just so passionate, like it's definitely the capital. I know some people were still saying New York, but I mean, like, come on, New York is so regional, like. The South wasn't even fucking with New York wrestling. Like, if you talk about, fans from down south, they'll mention Jim Crockett Promotions before they'll mention WWF. But like,
I get that reference.
Chicago was all nice. But Chicago was like always the middle ground. It's the middle ground for even more than wrestling, because like, back in the day, the advent of television, talk shows, everything used to be in Chicago because of the time zone. It was always that middle ground where like you could air, a show here and it'll be on at a decent hour on the East Coast and the West Coast. So like with wrestling, through AWA and Mid South and like all that, it's always been a hotbed for wrestling. But now with so many different promotions and people like actually recognizing how great Chicago fans are, and the fact that not only is it a dope city, but like it's a dope getaway city for a weekend.
Yeah,
Like,
and the public transit here is really great and very friendly to both of the airports. I mean,
if you're not holding your stuff in Hoffman Estates, if you're not holding your shit in Hoffman Estates, because like last year All In, I had to rent a car to get all the way out there.
But that's not Chicago. That's the thing that makes me crazy is they keep saying Chicago. They should say Chicagoland so that people understand that that's not the city. I mean, because if we're talking about Chicago, actual proper, like home sweet home Chicago, like it is infinitely better than I would say any other major metropolitan city as far as public transit goes. It runs 24 hours a day. It doesn't always smell like piss like a lot of other spots do. It's very inexpensive. Yeah, well, the red line is nasty. No, fuck that shit. I mean, Wrigley Field is on the north side, and then the rest of it is just whatever. But
hey, don't hate on my hood.
No, I'm saying that. Girl, I'm born and raised north side, but I just mean like there's a lot of drunk people pissing on the red line. That's all I'm saying. But it's a great city for people coming out of town. All you got to do is you got a space phone in your pocket. Cool. Look on the Google Maps app and it tells you exactly where you be, where you want to be, da-da-da. It's really, really good. Now, being out in Hoffman Estates, that's a different story.
And what's crazy, what's crazy about it is that AEW could have possibly ran out of the United Center. I remember the
They could
WCW
have
used to
ran
do that.
Wintrust.
But no, they're gonna be some, they're gonna be Dick Ride fucking Sears Center because they put that plaque for the Young Bucks in them.
Yep, I was
up.
just gonna say they put that plaque up because
Yeah.
I don't know that United Center wants to fuck with AEW because they are fucking with WWF again, and they've only had the house shows, but they're trying to bridge that gap again. Wintrust is a newer venue, I should say. It's where the DePaul University, the Blue
Where the
Demons
Chicago
play.
Sky play
Yeah.
also.
The
Shout out to
Chicago Sky
WNBA.
play there, yeah. But I don't know that AEW wants to do that. I think that they like that they sold out that particular building. You know what I mean?
It's
Yeah.
nostalgia.
Yeah, I
And
get you, but
and
like
the
I'm
hotel
but
situation is just a weird thing too. I mean,
right,
that's
and
the
you have no
hardest part.
hotels in downtown Chicago. But like,
There's like four
sorry,
of
what am
them.
I talking about? There are hotels in downtown Chicago. But I
Yeah.
guess like the thing for me is like I met so many people last year who are just like, yeah, I didn't get an opportunity to go to Chicago because everything is out here. The convention's out here. Starcast is out there.
Yeah.
All in, all out. Obviously, it's out there. Like very few people got an opportunity to see the city, and I'm very much a person that like I want people that aren't from Chicago to come to Chicago, not Chicagoland, to
Right.
Chicago, and like get an
So
idea of what the city is for yourself, because there's so much negative bullshit that people feed into that they don't get to see the beauty of the city. But you can't see the beauty of the city when you're stuck out in Schaumburg.
Right.
can I chime in on this as
Yeah.
a bystander? Because
Go ahead.
You saw the city. You saw
yeah,
Nisei Lounge. You saw Pro Wrestling Tees. That's the city.
it's like I came in Friday because I flew in through what the fucking airport was that?
O'Hare.
O'Hare or Midway?
Midway.
The fact he didn't
Oh,
say
wow.
O'Hare, it was
No.
definitely gonna be Midway.
Yeah, I was definitely it was Midway. I flew in on Midway, right smack dab in the middle, Schaumburg and everything else.
Shout out to
Didn't take me.
Southwest Side, shout out to Curie High School.
We came out there. Me and my boy Miguel came out there. We left the hotel to meet Pat up in the city, around the city,
Yeah.
and then we went down to Wrigleyville to go meet Val. As a tourist, like I everything everything that Henny was saying, 100% positive, because I had fun while I was in Chicago. There was some questionable shit that I went through with the taxis, but that makes more sense now than because we weren't in the city. We were
Right.
we were outside of the city and kind of getting to the city, because all the motherfuckers, man, were just weird as fuck, dude. Holy shit. But outside of that, like the me catching like a Uber attack, like Uber from Pro
Hopping
Wrestling
Estates?
Tees. No,
Oh.
from Pro Wrestling Tees to the airport. That was actually pleasant. Like it was all. So I took what you guys were saying, and I'm like, yeah, no, that was exactly my experience. I was only there for 2 days. I got there Friday night. We turned up Saturday and I left Sunday. Man, we got fucked up. Like
You're welcome.
Oh God.
Wow. Yeah.
Look, I can drink. I have my own drinking stories. Shouts out to my man Chef. He already knows, but that Malort was something fucking else.
I love you too, Shaggy.
Yeah, Val. Whatever.
So,
Baby's first
anyway.
Malort is always a rough time.
Or a delicious time. So anyway.
She poured me real quick. She poured me fucking. I had shots on shots, but then when she got there, I had started getting Malort shots, and they were just passing me them shits. And I drank that in an old style behind it, because I was like, oh God, why is this happening? Give me another shot of fucking Jameson, because I need some actual liquor in me. And then I got I got 2 Malort shots, and like I was following up with Jameson in an old style. I woke up the next morning, fucking bruh, the hangover that I had, was unlike any hangover I had before. Because normally I prepare for this, I'd have some aspirin on the side, maybe a little bit of Gatorade, probably not, probably some more water or some more
Smart water,
alcohol.
smart water,
Nah, it's
smart
probably
water.
if I'm gonna be
Pedialyte,
honest with you, it's
man.
gonna be more alcohol. But I had that. It's like, but I was like, wait, this shit's not going away. What the fuck did she give me?
Yep.
That was
It's the
Bro,
like,
gift
like,
that keeps on giving, brother. But
oh,
anyway,
bro, the
so
night before I fly out to New York City, I get a text. Hey, can you get 2 bottles of Malort? You know that Chris Brown video is like, no, 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 no. That's like what's going on in my head. It's just like, oh dear God.
why don't you tell them how much your luggage costs that we paid for to make sure that Malort came? It was like bottle service. It was
Fifty, I think it was for that.
yeah,
Was it?
because Henny was meeting up, and he found a killer flight for super cheap, and I was like, look, I will pay for your check bag fee. Just get me 2 bottles of Malort, because I was traveling beforehand because I was coming home from Arizona or whatever. I can't recall,
Mhm.
but
I think you came
basically.
home for like a few days working East and then you went right back out to New York.
Yeah, so I didn't get a chance to go buy anything or whatever. I can't recall what the situation was because I normally always travel with Malort.
Mhm.
And, basically it was like being at a club and getting bottle service for the table. That's how much the 2 bottles of Malort ended up costing. Because
I stopped at this like it's like 7 in the morning. The person who's like working upstairs at Jules wasn't there, so I had to like go across the way on Milwaukee to find a liquor store that was open at 7 a.m. And like,
Chicago, that's what's up.
Can I get 2 bottles of Malort? And the dude behind the counter was like, hey, you want to have a good time, huh? And I'm like, no, this
He's like,
is
no,
not a good time.
no.
You're like, you know how to party. Well, anyway,
Exactly.
so less Malort, I guess, but I don't agree with that. But if you're not feeling it, that's fine. I'll allow it.
I might have to bring a bottle of Malort. I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna gift me a bottle of Malort before something happens that I can't reveal yet. But
anyway,
yeah.
Something we can reveal is that tomorrow is the release date for the epic movie that we've all been waiting for. I can only imagine. Does
What?
anybody know what I'm talking about?
Mm.
Stuber, Dave Bautista
All right,
in
that's
the
right.
theaters. And the
Hold on,
reason why I feel
so
like,
apparently Dave Bautista has a Netflix comedy special.
oh yeah,
No. That was a joke. I looked it up
Okay.
because it was something they did on Jimmy Kimmel. I thought it was real too, and I'm like, who the fuck gave Dave Bautista $10 million to do a fucking stand
I
up?
was so
yeah, I
shocked,
heard
like,
that too.
wait
I
a
was like,
minute.
damn. I mean, I would go see him. I would just stare at him, but that's okay.
I'd watch if it was real just to kind of see where this goes. Because I know
The
no one's
curiosity
someone
would kill me.
yes, that was the curiosity would kill me just to be like, yo, I'm hearing that he's funny. I can
He
see
is really
that he's
funny.
funny, but ain't nobody going in the audience telling him that he's not funny because he beat the shit out of him.
That's why I want to watch it. I'll chip in $10 to a GoFundMe. Let's make it happen.
I'm like, bro, I kind of want to see this, but I heard Stuber was actually pretty good.
Well, the reason why I brought it up is because as if there's not enough wrestling to watch this weekend, there's also the Batista flick being released in theaters tomorrow, nationwide release. But after the ESPYs, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon attended the premiere of Stuber. So it's nice to see that the hatchet was buried, even though basically.
That's so LA is like the fucking ESPYs went off, and then like across the street there's
a movie premiere.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'm not gonna change. We're just gonna go over here. I'm gonna change my shoes though.
So my question is, what kind of movie is gonna be released to show that the friendship has been repaired? Will it feature Joey Janela or nZo Amore?
Oh my god! Oh, I've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
Man.
I try to save the best for last, y'all.
I think we should call that movie Bozo the Clown. Plural.
Clownzo with a Z. Real talk.
Like, what makes me... I met Joey Janela.
Mm-hmm. Nice guy.
He's a good dude. He's super good dude.
Funny as hell,
like a really
too.
nice dude.
Funny as hell, too.
He was sitting behind us, Patrick, at the GCW that we went to, where you fell in love with Tony Deppen.
Yeah, no, yeah, he was. Yeah, he definitely was.
Why?
Really nice.
I was kind of distracted because fucking Nick Gage was cussing some chick out and
Yeah.
some
Good old
other shit. Yeah.
Like, my deal with this is this also, see, the funny thing is, I want to say this is beneath Joey Janela, but this is also his type of fucking territory too.
I feel like it's like his wheelhouse, legit.
It is his wheelhouse. Like, it's like, bruh, you know damn well, don't nobody give a fuck about him, but yet because you're gonna be. You're like, no, I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna fucking do it.
I
Hey, you're
will
piece of
say
shit.
this.
So his MO is clout chasing.
Yeah,
Let's explain what happened for the listeners that don't know what we're talking about. They're just like, Val's not talking about Zack Sabre Jr. for once. What could she possibly be talking about?
Whatever. Go ahead. Continue.
So, does somebody want to explain the magistry that is Janela and nZo sitting in a tree?
I guess I can do it. So
HUFFING, because you know they must be huffing paint.
Oh God, Blink-182 is doing a tour with Lil Wayne. I allegedly hear that Lil Wayne is leaving the tour, which is good for him. Should be on there, but alas. Blink-182 is doing a show. I have no idea where, and both nZo Mori and Joey Janela are in attendance. And the way it goes is Janela went up, introduced himself to nZo. Hi, I'm Joey Janela. I don't know if the two had beef before, if two was like yapping at each other on Twitter or whatever. But all of a sudden, you know, they started grapping. I don't know what happened before the video, but nZo put the video out online. And
Joey was pretty fucked up though.
Joe, I mean, of course, like, he looks like
It didn't look
fucked
good.
up. He had no business to be doing what he did.
My man
And
said,
Enzo is like, Enzo's ready. Like Enzo, you know, Enzo looked like he was ready to scrap if he had to. If somebody was
I'm
gonna
telling
pull
you,
a punch
that
and try to
video
attack
made
him.
Enzo look like he was 6'5" and Joey Janela was 5'4". I thought that was
I
Marco
never
stunt
thought
for a
that I
minute.
would be on Enzo's side of anything until that video came out. Like,
Yeah.
and like afterwards, there's so many people that are like getting on Twitter and they're praising Joey Janela. They're giving him love because he's picking a fight with Enzo. And I get you. You know, if I was biased, I would totally want Joey Janela to beat his ass because I don't like Enzo either. We were at Wale Mania when folks just randomly got on stage and started doing a freestyle. Nobody in there gave a fuck.
Yeah,
They were
nobody.
just
Zero people.
people walked out. Like, nobody cared. So like, oh, I don't fuck with Enzo either. I think he's a clown. But what I think is
Definitely.
even more goofy, even if you drunk, and I don't care, even if you drunk, then it's even worse. And you can't justify like trying to pick a fight when you drunk. Because I picked fights when I was drunk, and I was stupid as fuck. But like, what's even goofier than Enzo is running up on somebody for clout, trying to start something, and then when that person steps up to you, you don't want that smoke.
Right.
You don't want them
Right.
problems. In the video, he's backpedaling. He's acting like, oh,
Mhm.
yeah, throw up on blah, blah, blah. But he's backpedaling. And while Enzo's, you know, walking towards him, and Enzo, you know, I'm just, you know, putting myself in Enzo's shoes. He's ready to go if he has to swing. He's not trying to swing because there's so many people around, and you know, the videotape is going on. The only person that's going to look bad in this situation is Enzo. Like I said, folks were goofy as hell praising Joey
Yeah.
Janela. So nothing bad is gonna happen to Joey Janela, win or lose in this fight. It's all gonna be on Enzo. But bro,
Yeah.
I don't care if you're cool. Like I said, like, you know, he looks like a pretty cool dude. He looks like somebody I would like to drink with.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
bro, that was goofy as hell. And I can't rock with you for, you know, picking a fight for clout if you're not about it.
Yeah, if you're not
Bruh.
about the action. If you're not about the action. And then he came up with some excuse saying that his deal is in October and all that shit, so he didn't want to like mess that up.
That's what I'm getting at. You and you have money now. Why are you doing this?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
back when you didn't, I understood because this would have probably turned into a this would have turned into a match of Joey Janela's spring break.
But I feel like that's exactly why he's doing it, because Joey Janela doesn't give a fuck what his bank account says. He's still and this is not a diss because I claim myself to be the same. He's still white trash as fuck. He doesn't give a fuck. Like, he's not just wearing a fanny pack because it's a cool thing to do. Like, he's all about that fanny pack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but in the
Like,
sense
he's
of
Joey
thing is,
Janela.
like,
He smokes
but
in the ring. He doesn't give a fuck.
no,
But the
no,
thing
no,
is,
no.
like, yeah, you might be white trash, but you gonna fuck around and pull that same shit on somebody that's really about that action. And that person ain't gonna
Yeah.
be like nZo and
Mm-mm.
just waits for you
They
to,
gonna
to, to
knock
give them
your
a
ass
reason to
smooth
swing.
out.
They gonna knock your ass the fuck out. And you gonna be
Yeah.
laying on the floor like a goofy.
And then
So,
you
like,
gotta go explain to
don't
your bosses why you was fucked up messing with other people.
you know the bagel dude, bagel guy. That's
Yeah,
basically
the
who Joey
bagel
Janela
man.
is. Joey Janela's
Yeah.
very lucky that somebody didn't come over and put him on his ass. Cause then he'd be looking like bagel guy, like a fucking goofy.
Oh man, yeah, he would definitely be looking stupid on Twitter, knocked out with his legs up in the air. But look, man, I'm just gonna pray for the man. Man, don't ever get in any altercations with any wrestlers, man, because that video did not look good at all. Like, after that video, like, any fat musty neck beard think they could try you now because you look like you couldn't deal with nZo.
Which is already a bad
Yeah.
thing because they've been trying wrestlers over the last couple months.
Yeah,
And it's like, don't do that. Stay behind the
yeah,
guardrail.
yeah. So yeah, that's all I got on fucking Joey Janela, man. Just don't do that shit anymore, please. And I'm just tired of the fucking neck beards. They're already dick riding. Everyone's dick riding, okay? Like, even these like people on YouTube and stuff, I'm seeing the shift. Everybody's on AEW balls, but like all these like neck beards, like saying that Joey Janela would have kicked fucking nZo's ass. You're smoking K2.
What do
You're
you
smoking K2.
No. You're smoking crack.
Yeah, you're smoking crack laced with K2.
Hey man, I'm gonna need that on the soundboard.
Yo, chill,
That-
because like my soundboard
That's
is full
gonna
of
be
Stephen A.
K3.
Smith shit.
I need that on the
Y'all
soundboard.
can't
I
be
need.
stealing all my sound on my
Hey bro,
sound.
you fucked up. You already know. I need that who is on crack on the fucking soundboard. G.
I have
Well,
an
hopefully-
entire soundboard and it's just strictly Stephen A. Smith quotes.
That's exactly. But yeah, no, man. Like, that's what made me mad about Joey. Like, I'm sitting there like, oh, okay. And then I looked into him like, oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, really? I understand if every wrestler wants to bitch smack nZo. Cool. I know. Even in real life, we all have that person that if we see out in the streets, we slap the fuck out of him.
Jorge Masvidal, man. Talking
Amen.
about Ben Askren. If I see him at Whole Foods, I'm gonna smack him up because I like him.
I'm smacking
You
him
know,
up
like,
Whole Foods.
Yeah, if you really don't like him, smack him up. Don't
Yeah.
like,
He even said that
be on
today.
some.
He even said that today on the Libertard show. He says, man, I'll smack that. Just say, hey, man, I might have smacked somebody in Whole Foods. I'm not going to say it right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's about that life. You going to mess around. Somebody's about that life, and you going to get caught. Next thing you know, they making fun of you on TMZ. You got to explain to Tony Khan why you was at so-and-so getting smacked up by somebody you shouldn't even been messing with. Messing your money up just because you had too many few White Claws. And I've drank
White Claw wasted.
Yeah, that's an industry plant.
Shit.
That's such an industry plant.
Ugh.
I've never heard of White Claw until the 4th of July.
That's because you're not a white girl from the suburbs, honey. You are not a white girl from Warren Lake or Warrenville or whatever the
fuck.
fuck.
Like white dudes, like dude I went to college with is all like, oh,
that's
there's
okay.
White Claws at Aldi's now, and I'm like,
I'll tell you what.
Fuck is a White Claw?
Can I explain what White Claw is?
Can I tell you?
It's a hard seltzer.
Yeah, it's a hard like. It's
imagine me going to
bar.
bar. Can I get a hard seltzer? You better stare at me like I'm a goofy.
As long as nobody don't talk about Crispin, we all good. I like my hard apple cider. So.
Crispin,
look, here's redacted.
That's Voldemort for you.
Redacted. No, here's the deal with White Claw. As a unionized professional server of alcohol, it starts with the bitches that don't. I don't want to have too many carbs. So what happens is drunk little Brittany is chugging and slugging White Claws. They're little teeny cans, but they're 5%ers. So they're real easy to throw back. And they're more than, say, her former Michelob Ultra. And so now she's slugging and chugging. She's getting dumb wasted. She's making her boyfriend order him. Of course, dude wants to fucking take a sip a sip or two of what she's drinking just to shut her up because she's wasted already. And then he realizes it's not that bad because essentially what it is more or less any sort of alcohol, like primarily vodka or something that should be realistically flavorless. Like, unless you have a flavored vodka, you should not ever taste vodka in your drinks. It's specifically made for that, right? So it's vodka soda with flavoring is what White Claw is. So that's why it's really easy to drink. It's low in carbs. So that's why you'll see like a lot of people that are into fitness drink them, and they're cheap. And it's just like, it's the new trend. It started basically a year or two ago when I started having people, do you have White Claw? And we had Agua Fuerte last year at Wrigley. We have Agua Fuerte this year. We also have a couple other things.
Did
Yes,
you
friend.
not? Did you guys never get hard water?
No, yeah, we had that too, but that didn't go over as much because people want bubbles and shit like that. Like,
Yeah,
they like the
hard
bubbles.
water. Hard water is popular here, like down in Florida. Like but now White Claw is probably because it looks like alcoholic Red Bull. That's exactly what that is. So
yeah, and I mean, as somebody that's worked the festival circuit for over 20 years now, these are trends that come and go. It's like the hard lemonade, and then the hard iced tea, and then the hard root beer, and then the hard orange soda, and all this and that. It's so that people fucking grow up, drink alcohol that tastes like alcohol, or move on. But this is not White Claw party. Don't get me wrong. I will be like, White Claw party. I may or may not have been shotgunning White Claws at Nisei Lounge with some customers. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, at least one of them were white, but whatever. Like, that's why it's popular, is because dumb sorority bitches brought it to their frat boys, and now it's a thing. It's gonna fade in a year or two, if not sooner. Just like Natter days are all the rage.
Man, remember the simple times when we all just drank Four Locos? Not Four Loco now, but Four Loco when it would really kill you.
yeah, I used to work for the Budweiser subsidiary here in Jacksonville. Used to peddle that like drugs. Then we were on the Limerita kick.
Oh God, Bud Light Limerita actually. Bud Light Limerita actually almost made me quit my job at Wrigley Field because one year I was working it. I had Old Style, I had PBR, I had Bud Light, I had like Heineken and Heineken Light for foofy pants people, And then the very next season, all I had was Bud Light Limeritas, and I was like, if this is my life now, I will leave this job. And thankfully, it tanked, and I made no money that year. But they got rid of all the Bud Light Limeritas. But anyway, I don't feel like there's too much more to cover in the news this week, you guys. I feel like if we're
we're done.
If we're gonna be talking about White Claw for this long, I feel like we done talked about all the wrestling that we could talk about.
Hopefully AEW, the card for Fight for Fallen actually looks way better than Fyter Fest, which is funny because they're still saying that this is their second show, and Fyter Fest did not count, which I can believe because that's they did that because they did the same thing with CEO last year, only they didn't have any. They didn't have
couldn't
AEW.
tell all the dick riding that people were talking about for that fucking show. How Michael Nakazawa had a fucking 3.5, whatever, like 3.5 star mattress, whatever the fuck, which should have been like negative
that
3.
Garbage match I was on the pre-show.
Yes. Yeah, the Liberian shit is trash.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, now that's funny as hell because the Librarians got another match, and it's like, yeah, we know they're garbage, and we're gonna shove them down your throats because fuck you guys.
Well, because they like the people that are doing the Librarian thing, and honestly, they're both really great. Like Peter Avalon and Leva Bates are fucking awesome.
Yeah, the gimmick is horrible, but no, it's but I understand it. Just it's like
I think they're gonna shove them down our throats until people enjoy it, because honestly, it's gonna be like a thing, and this is very different. But when Velveteen Dream first came out, people were like, "This is garbage," and then there were people like me and a few others that were like, "No, this is not garbage. This is golden, and you are garbage for thinking anything but."
Because
and it took a while. Yeah, but now it's like, well, duh.
So I'm gonna have a shameless plug while also like connecting it. So Ruthless Aggression,
plug away.
Barber's Chair Network. Go listen to it. Go back and watch Ruthless Aggression Era every week. The Librarians remind me of a nice little SmackDown duo named Jamie Noble and Nydia. They're white trash.
Hold on. You mean James by God Gibson, the redneck Messiah?
I'm talking about Noble. I'm talking about Noble.
No, go do your Google. Go do your Googles
Relax.
right
I'm
now.
talking about
Matt.
I'm talking about Noble-san from the June Dragons. That's
Oh, okay.
racist.
That one you're talking about. Okay. All right, we're good.
That's racist.
We're good.
Right. The
No,
only
Pat,
white dude in the fucking June Dragons. But
hold on,
like
Pat. You go do your homework, Pat, because you're not gonna hit me with the mic. Because if you don't know about
Alright.
James Black Guy Gibson, you need to go do your homework, bro.
Honestly, I don't even
Damn,
know about
Gina.
James Black Gibson. So
That was his Ring of Honor. That was when he was in Ring of Honor.
Mhm.
And,
after his first WWE run, right?
Yeah, but that was
Because he
and then
lost to
Punk was
one
there,
Belgian
and
Punk,
Punk was
yeah.
doing the announcement for Ring of Honor, and he
Who?
yeah, exactly, the guy that that we can't talk about, obviously, but I will because I don't live in the
TM
city
Monk.
he's from.
TM Monk.
Dude, I was just about to take a drink of water. Can you not make me die, please? I have to work the Cubs game tomorrow.
I apologize, but no, hopefully, but just saying, Fight for the Fallen is shaping up to be a really good card. All things considered, what they just added like three other matches recently, and those matches look way better because we're actually getting the we can't be called Smash Brothers, so we're calling the Dark Order. Actually making their first AEW making their first AEW appearance, and I haven't seen these guys wrestle in years, so I'm actually hyped. They announced B Priestley actually having her debut here. And then they also announced SCU versus the Lucha Brothers. So yeah, I'm hyped.
That's gonna be a decent opener.
Yeah,
I'll be watching Evolve because, well, for one, I have a little bit of a deeper connection with Evolve, but like, there's so many guys on that, guys and gals.
I was just going to say, can I just run down that card real quick? Because I got to be honest, there's a few people on it that I could not be prouder to see their names listed on this. And I legit will, I'm not even working anywhere Saturday night. Specifically, I'm taking a Saturday night off, y'all. I work at 2 bars on Saturday. And I'm specifically not working so that I could watch this and get teary-eyed. So I'm just going to run down the card. I don't know what order the matches are going to be in, but I know we got Adam Cole versus Akira Tozawa. That's for the NXT Championship. We have Drew Gulak versus Matt Riddle. That's going to be sick as fuck, I think. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's
reunion.
Sex on a platter right there. Josh Briggs versus Anthony Green. That's going to be sick. Mm-hmm. This next match, little tear in my eye right here for both these guys because they've both been on the freelance roster in the past. One of them is one of our current champions of the tag team, Austin Theory. He's the current Evolve champion. Mm-hmm. And my boy, JD Drake, he's one half of the Workhorsemen, who are the current freelance wrestling tag champs. I'm so proud of him that I get to watch my dude guy here. Love him so much on the WWE Network. It's kind of blowing my mind. And it's for a winner-take-all match for both the WWN Championship and the Evolve Championship. So that's going to be cool as fuck, I think. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Also, Anthony Henry, who is JD Drake's tag partner, the other half of the Workhorsemen, versus Arturo Ruas in a grudge match. So that's going to be intense. Babatunde versus Colby Carino. I don't know what the challenge is there. Yeah, I don't know what the challenge is there, but it's a special challenge match. And then we got Kurt Stallion versus Sean Maluda versus Stephen Wolf and Harlem Bravado in a fatal 4-way match. The wordsmith to end all words, Eddie Kingston himself and Joe Gacy are the current Evolve tag team champs versus AAR Fox and Leon Ruff with and the Skulk. So the whole dance crew are going to be there. And Brandy Lauren versus Shotzi Blackheart in a singles match on the card. I mean, it's just going to be really good. 9 matches of fucking badass. The ballsy badass Shotzi Blackheart. I'm probably going to be wearing her shirt on Saturday just to, support the lady. She's wonderful. Daddy.
All I'm saying is I'm watching that show just to see if Stokely Hathaway will be on the show.
That too. I need Stoke to come out there and just why does Eddie Kingston comes to talk on the mic? I need Stoke to come out there and just be like, no, we're not finna do all that.
Yeah.
And, but that, I don't know how they're gonna call. I don't know if they're gonna call him Stoke, but yeah,
they have a new name for him. It's blanking on me right now.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's Dude Guy McGillicuddy. Dude Guy McGillicuddy.
Yeah,
Man,
I think
I'm calling him by his government, Lucha Vandross II.
I'm gonna call him Stoke. I'm gonna call him Stoke.
I'm gonna call him
yeah,
Stoke.
yeah. I think they named him like Malcolm Bivens or something.
Simmons or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
think that's it.
He's
Like,
supposed to
because
be
he's in
making,
Belle Biv DeVoe. Now you
Yeah.
Put him
know.
in an
Crazy.
ascot, you know.
yeah, he's supposed to
'Cause-
be making his debut on NXT probably next week.
I hope.
No,
Well-
it's because I know it was the tapings and everything without trying to make major spoilers, but it's a taping for a match that he sat on, and I want to say he was sitting on the Jonah Rock match. So we'll be
I mean, he's been like all over IG with him and stuff, and I think they need to do something with his CD player thing. Like,
man.
Oh, dude, that is too funny. His
yeah, no,
Walkman,
I'll be
his
at
Discman.
I'll be at Fight for the Fallen, but when I get back, I'm gonna watch that because it's like I want to do both at the same time, but I'm just gonna I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna watch this. When that happens, I'll go over there and just do the other thing too. So yeah.
Well, with that, folks, I think we are going to wrap this show because,
yes.
I mean, we've talked all the wrestling that we could talk so far. We didn't even review a single show or even say the card for Extreme
I was
Wrestling.
gonna ask y'all about the drama that happened on Twitter earlier this week, but we don't need to talk.
Which drama? It's wrestling Twitter.
The Trey Miguel and David Starr stuff. It's very messy, so like
I'm good on that, bro.
I don't have an opinion on like what's going on with them personally. All I'm gonna say is all lives matter. Please don't say that shit ever.
Yeah,
ever,
don't.
ever.
Don't.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, but it seems bad. And like I said, I wouldn't touch that. Or like even when the Ricochet stuff came out, I wasn't touching. No, not my
Please don't touch
business.
that.
Yeah. So yeah, once again, I think this is episode 59. I'm about to go smoke some weed. Thank you, Val.
Wait, Patrick, you're about to go smoke some more weed.
Yes, I'm about to go smoke some more weed and turn my PS4 on for some strange reason.
Thanks for joining us, honey.
Yes,
Of course.
thank you so much.
Appreciate you guys having me back on. So,
I mean,
get my fuck off about Janala and stuff.
I saw you in person today, and I swear to Ditka, by the way, I love that that's your user pick. I was about, like, Patrick was like, what do you think about me having Henny pop on for a minute? And I was like, dude, I just saw him today, and I was thinking, man, before this fool goes on adventures without me, he needs to come back on the show. And I was going to say something and be like, do you want to join us tonight? But I didn't know that you had already talked to my boy. So what a pleasant surprise that was when I got into quote-unquote work today. I skated into Nice, and everybody was like, ooh, you skating? And I'm like, yeah, I got to go talk about wrestling. Otherwise, I'd stay and hang out. But I'm going to go skate home now. So happy to have you on, brother.
And now you see my Abby. Now you know I'm not a weirdo. So there's that.